Indeed, all praise is due to Allah. We praise Him, seek His help, and ask for His forgiveness. And we seek refuge in Allah from the evil of ourselves and from our bad deeds. Whoever Allah guides, no one can lead astray. And whoever Allah leads astray, no one can guide. I bear witness that there is no worthy of worship except Allah alone, without any partners. I bear witness that Muhammad is His servant and messenger. Welcome to another episode of this distinguished program, A New Approach to the Quran, entitled He Learned but Did Not Actually Learn. Yes, he learned but did not truly learn. He learned according to what he wants, not according to what his Lord wants. That is because he learned one thing but missed other things. That is because he learned what he thought was the best for him, but in reality it was not the best for him. Subhanallah. The term ta'allum, learn, in the Holy Quran and in the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him, refers to learning and action. According to the Sharia, especially in regards to the Holy Quran, ta'allum, learn, refers to learning the forms and meanings and acting accordingly. The honorable companions had stated that the Prophet, peace be upon him, was teaching them the knowledge and the action. He was teaching them forms, meanings, and how to act upon those meanings. The companions said, we learned both knowledge and action. They said, we learned both the Quran and action. They said, we learned the Quran, knowledge, and action all together. These are three narrations. Subhanallah. According to the Sharia, the concepts of learning and acting are interrelated. They are like inseparable twins, so to speak, meaning that when they come together, they have independent meanings, and when they are separated, they have the same meaning. When Sharia demands us to gain knowledge, without a doubt, it is an implicit demand to act as well. And when the Sharia demands to act upon something, without a doubt, it is an implicit demand to gain knowledge as well. This is why in the greatest surah in the Holy Quran, Allah the Almighty dispraised those who have knowledge but don't act accordingly, and those who act without knowledge. So we say in Surah Al-Fatiha, guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have bestowed favor. Those are the people who have the knowledge and action, not of those who have earned your anger. Those are the people who have the knowledge but do not act, not of those who are astray, those who just act without having the necessary knowledge. This is why knowledge and action are interrelated terms. Whenever Allah demands us to gain knowledge, it is an implicit demand to act as well. The one who learned knowledge only, or learned the form of the Quran only, has learned, but in reality, he has not truly learned. Rather, it is more than that. Most of the scholars affirm that whoever does not act upon his knowledge is not considered to be a practicing person. Further, some scholars even emphasize that whoever does not act upon his knowledge is not considered a scholar in Sharia, because in Sharia, the term alima, knew, is only used for those who learned and put their knowledge into action. That was stated by Imam Al-Qari, may Allah have mercy on him. Please allow me to read his exact words that emphasizes that the Sharia doesn't consider a person to be a scholar unless he acts according to his knowledge. He says, may Allah be pleased with him. If the knowledge does not lead to action, is not considered true knowledge in the Sharia. There is consensus among scholars that whoever disobeys Allah is ignorant, lacking knowledge. One of the greatest scripts that illustrate that knowledge and action are interrelated terms is this ayah. Allah the Almighty says, so know, O Muhammad, that there is no deity except Allah, and ask forgiveness for your sin and for the believing men and believing women. I do not wish to speak to you in my own words, so let's read the words of the scholars. It was stated in Tafsir al-Wasit. If it becomes clear to you what we have presented about the state of the prosperous and the wretched, then know that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, and remain steadfast in this knowledge, act according to it, and continue to act accordingly. Ibn Ashur said in At-Tahrir and At-Tanwir, thus the command in his statement fa'lam, so know, implies seeking true knowledge, which is acting upon what is you have learned. Sheikh al-Sa'di, may Allah have mercy on him, says, knowledge involves the heart's acknowledgement and its understanding, and the heart's understanding is to realize what is asked to know, and the completion of the knowledge is to act according to its prerequisite. All the scholars emphasize that i'lam, to know, means to know, act, and to continue to act. Al-Bukhari said, this knowledge is the greatest reminder that saves from the horrors of the Day of Judgment. You can only be a true scholar if your knowledge is beneficial, and it is only beneficial if it is accompanied by compliance and action accordingly. Otherwise, it is sheer ignorance, Abu As'ud said in his tafsir book. So, stand firm by your knowledge of Wahdaniyah uniqueness and act accordingly. Al-Wahidi said, I have not seen anything more exemplary of this than what Abu Ishaq said. The meaning of alima knew is that he acts upon that knowledge. Let's conclude with Arazi's words. Indeed, you act upon your knowledge within yourself, and your knowledge is where you know that Allah is one, and you seek forgiveness while you, by the grace of Allah, are complete, and you compliment the believing men and women, and as you seek forgiveness for them. Thus you have achieved both qualities. So, stand firm by what you are upon, and do not grieve for their disbelief. The essence of our esteemed scholar's words is fa'lam, know, meant know, act, and continue acting upon your knowledge. This interrelationship between knowledge and action will be signified, insha'Allah, when we talk about the following ayah, teaching them the book and wisdom, in the context of the teaching methodology of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Subhanallah. The same term was used once more in the Quran, when Allah says, and you were taught that which you knew not, neither you nor your fathers. Subhanallah. Al-Hasan said, you were taught, so you knew, but did not act. So I swear by Allah, this is not true knowledge. And you were taught that which you knew not, neither you nor your fathers. Subhanallah. Here he says, you were taught, so you knew. You were taught that which you knew not was interpreted as you did not act accordingly. So I swear by Allah, this is not true knowledge. Subhanallah. These are scripts from the Holy Quran that explain that interrelationship. There are also scripts from Sunnah, and the most relevant hadith is, the best among you is he who learns and teaches the Quran. We will have a special explanation for that, insha'Allah. There are also a lot of scripts in which the Prophet, peace be upon him, emphasized on the interrelationship between knowledge and action. For example, the saying of the Prophet, peace be upon him, to Hudayfa, may Allah be pleased with him, when he asked him about the way out of temptations, fitan. Everyone is exposed to these fitan, would be like a part of the dark night. Temptations will be presented to men's hearts, as reed mat is woven stick by stick. What is the way out of all the fitan temptations? Hudayfa asked the Prophet, peace be upon him, about the way out of these temptations. What do you expect the Prophet would say to him? Do you think he would tell him to simply enumerate the temptations, or to pay attention to them and so on? No, the Prophet didn't say that. Briefly, the Prophet, peace be upon him, told him, learn the book of Allah and act upon it. It is the way out of that. So Hudayfa asked him again. The Prophet, peace be upon him, answered him again, learn the book of Allah and act upon it. It is the salvation. So Hudayfa asked him again. The Prophet, peace be upon him, answered him again, learn the book of Allah and act upon it. It is the salvation. In another narration, learn the book of Allah and follow its teachings. It is the salvation. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, guided him that the way out is learning and acting accordingly. Again, the way out is knowledge and action. The salvation from temptations is knowledge and to act accordingly. Therefore, this hadith highlights the interrelationship between learning and action. The Prophet, peace be upon him, also said, the hadith we mentioned previously, about the true companion of the Quran, whoever recites the Quran, learns it, and acts according to what is in it. This also shows the interrelationship. Additionally, the Prophet, peace be upon him, advised the companions and said, learn the book of Allah, acquire it, and utilize it as your chief resource. I swear by him in whose hand is the life of Muhammad, that it is more liable to escape than camels which are hobbled. Another hadith from Musnad Ahmad that was authenticated by Shaykh al-Albani, and the verifier of the Musnad, Al-Manawi, said, learn the book of Allah, the Quran, preserve it, understand it, and acquire it means stick to it, commit yourself to it, act upon it. Yes, Al-Manawi states that the meaning of acquire it means commit to it. That was another script in which the Prophet, peace be upon him, affirms this twin relationship between knowledge and action. Likewise, the Prophet, peace be upon him, emphasized that interrelationship in another great hadith. In a vision, the Prophet, peace be upon him, saw the following. Listen to these words with your hearts. We ask Allah for wellness. What he saw was a man lying on his back, over whom a man was standing with a stone in the size of his hand, or a rock, with which he was pounding his head. He then went back to him and struck him. When he struck him, the stone rolled away, and he went after it to get it, and did not return to this man till his head was healed and restored to its former condition. We ask Allah to save us. A man was standing with a stone the size of his hand, or a rock with which he was pounding his head, did not return to this man till his head was healed and restored to its former condition. He then went back to him and struck him again. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, asked about this horrific, hideous and strange scene, it was said to him, "The man whose head you had seen being pounded, we ask Allah to save us, was a man whom Allah had taught the Quran, but who had slept at night and neglected it, and had not acted according to its teachings in the daytime, so what you had seen would be done to him till the day of resurrection." This narration in Sahih al-Bukhari is how Allah taught him the Quran, and he did not act upon it, underlining the interrelationship between knowledge and action. We went through the hadith of the first creatures of Allah with whom the fire will be inflamed on the day of judgment. The reciter of the Quran will be asked, "What did you do with what you learned?" and other hadiths in which the interrelationship between knowledge and action is noticed. Indeed, our great scholars foregrounded that. They said, "No one is truly considered as a scholar unless he acts upon what he had learned." Ash-Shatibi said that the knowledge which is considered legitimate in Sharia, I mean that which Allah and His Messenger have absolutely praised its people, is the knowledge that incites action. It is the knowledge that does not allow its possessor to merely follow his whims regardless of the circumstances, but rather it is the knowledge that restrains him accordingly and makes him follow its rules, whether willingly or unwillingly. Ibn Jama'at, one of our great scholars, says, "Know that all of the mentioned about the virtue of knowledge and scholars is only for the righteous, pious, and practicing scholars." Subhanallah. Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi has precious words. He says, "Knowledge is a tree, and action is its fruit. The one is not considered a scholar if he does not act upon his knowledge." Again, the one is not considered a scholar if he does not act upon his knowledge. Subhanallah, these are really golden words. The one is not considered a scholar if he does not act upon his knowledge. He also says, knowledge is sought for action, just as action is sought for salvation. The Muslim's concern is to be saved. He cannot be saved unless he acts. He cannot act unless he knows. Yes, he says, action is the ultimate goal of knowledge, and without action, no knowledge would be sought. Without knowledge, no action would be acquired. There is a dilemma between means and ends. Knowledge is a means. Action is an end or a goal. There is a significant distance and difference between them. The means are required, but the pursuit of the end should be even greater. One should not be content with having obtained the means without achieving the end. Abu Darda says, "You could not a true scholar of knowledge until you act upon your knowledge." Subhanallah. Al-Hasan al-Basri says, "The scholar is whose actions matched his knowledge. The one whose knowledge contradicts his actions, they are merely a reciter of hadith, who heard something and then spoke it." There are numerous scripts emphasize that learning is not really as what we desire or as what is commonly known to just learn the forms only. No. Learning the Quran means learning its forms, meanings, and how to act upon it. It is learning knowledge and action. So the term ta'alum, learned, in Sharia means learned and applied. The word amila, acted, means learned and acted accordingly. So they are inseparable terms. When they come together, they have independent meanings, and when they are separated, they have the same meaning. We ask Allah the Almighty to make us all among the people of knowledge and action, and to be among the practicing scholars, and among the people of true knowledge of the Holy Quran, those who learn knowledge and action. They learn the forms, the meanings, and the acting accordingly, insha'Allah. Thus, we will not be among those who are described as being taught, but in fact they have no knowledge because they did not act upon their knowledge. The Prophet, peace be upon him, used to often supplicate, "O Allah, I ask you for useful knowledge, and I seek refuge in you from the knowledge that is not useful. O Allah, we ask you for useful knowledge, and we seek refuge in you from the knowledge that is not useful." He explicitly advised us, saying, "Ask Allah for useful knowledge and seek refuge in Him from knowledge that is of no benefit." He used to say, "I seek refuge in you from knowledge that is of no use and from action that is not of benefit." The knowledge whose possessor does not act accordingly will not benefit him. Action which is not accompanied by knowledge will not be accepted. O Allah, we seek refuge in you from knowledge that is not beneficial, and from action that is not accepted, and from a heart that is not humbled, from a stomach that is not satisfied, and from a supplication that is not responded. You are the guardian of that, and the capable of it. I say this, and ask Allah for forgiveness to both me and you. سبحانك اللهم ربنا وبحمدك اشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت استغفرك وأتوب إليك. May you always be in Allah's safety and care. See you again, inshallah.